So the announcement of the Pico Neo 3 Link really came out as a surprise. I wasn't really aware of it, but hey, turns out I already have that from some months over here. Is it really the Quest 2 competitor though? Can it stand up to it? Well, let's discover together in this video. Let's get into it. So this video is not gonna be a full review, of course, because I already made one and it's gonna be up there, but it wants to be a kind of a reaction to the announcement of the Pico Neo 3 Link, where Pico is actually entering the consumer market when before it was just business and enterprise, to actually create competition for the Oculus Quest 2 that right now is kind of a monopoly when it comes to VR headsets. So what's particular about it? What I'm actually rooting for it is a real competitor. Let's start with this video kind of upside down. So the headset is gonna be $449 for the European market. It's kind of a beta launch, as they call it, because they're creating right now a consumer market that they never had, so they don't know how to do distribution for it. They have to get more games. But if they are an actual competitor, that's up to debate right now. So the first thing and most important thing is actually the comfort. And here is where the Pico crashes the competition. Well, this is very good for comfort. It's at a good weight balance. For that price, it comes with the arch strap included that is very comfortable. Indeed, the only thing that I don't really like is this strap on top, and I hope they're gonna change it in the future because it doesn't make sense at all. And the cushion is a bit stiffer than what I would like. But VR cover, I'm sure, is gonna come to the rescue over here when it's gonna hit the market. I'm counting on you. Overall, the headset really feels premium, but we have to say though that it's very similar, if not the same, of the Oculus Quest 2. Well, the look is that. Talking about the screens here, we have a higher resolution than the one on the Quest 2, and it really shows when you use the software and stuff. The only problem though that the FOV is a bit reduced. If the Quest 2 is around 100 degrees, I think this one is going to be around 95, 90. You can really feel it. And the other thing that I don't really like about these lenses, beside the fact that, by the way, they are super clear, much clearer than the lenses on the Quest 2, they suffer a problem that I don't really want to see in 2022, and that's a barrel distortion. When you kind of feel that the world around is shifting with you while you look around. It's something that is fixable by software though, so maybe when it's gonna arrive, the consumer version is gonna be fixed, but so far, right now, it's not acceptable. Where it shines for the visual though is thanks to this little port over here that's missing on the Quest 2, and this makes PCVR absolutely a stunner over here, because you know, with the Quest 2 there's a lot of compression using link because it uses an USB 3.1 connection, so you kind of feel it that you're not really using completely the screens. So what Pico did and what actually are included in the box, and this actually a killer feature, is the cable to use the display port out of it. So when you connect it to the PC, well, use the full resolution of this headset. And crazy thing, when you connect the cable, actually the software that's on it completely disappears and becomes just a dummy SteamVR headset. Bear in mind though that if you want, you can still use their alternative of the link, so with the regular USB cable, or the R-Link, so wireless solution. And yes, the difference is perceivable, but having the option, that's a killer thing. So it has better comfort, it has better visuals, it has better PCVR experience if you care about it. So what are the downfalls here? Well, that's the software and the store. But let's start with the software. So far, the home environment is pretty cool. You can even move around, something that we recently had just in particular spots on the Quest 2. So you can actually enjoy the space that you have. Gives you a lot of freedom because this is a kind of a version on Android. So you can get to some Android menus from inside the headset. It has a great support for 2D apps, something that is lacking a bit on the Quest 2. It also has an amazing way to record in 16:9. A full resolution, something that the Quest 2 can do for some reason that nobody knows. Yes, it's much better for creators, but it kind of lacks of the clean and premium look that we have with the Quest 2 interface, for example. It feels a bit more alive and not just the menu. Where there's no life at all, it's in the store, and that's the big disappointment for this headset. It's the reason why it's hard to suggest, even if it shines in so many different things. Because, you know, Facebook made a bit investment in VR, buying a lot of studios, asking studios and giving money to studios to make games directly in VR as exclusive. And well, here they don't have much. There are not many games, and the games that are there many times don't even work properly. And even when you ask to some developers, they say like, oh yeah, there's nobody there right now, so why should I even fix it? And they have a point, but on the other side, well, kind of sucks. They actually showed a partnership with Vertigo to bring After the Fall directly on the Pico store, but right now there's no much to play in here. So yeah, it's a cool device with so many features, but right now the best way to use it is actually through SteamVR. And from their announcement and the fact that they put the DisplayPort cable with it, it shows that they kind of know it. Unfortunately, SteamVR is not in a place to be someone you can brag about. There are a lot of like trash applications over there. Yes, there are some hits that are gonna run absolutely fantastic on it for the great resolution, but at the same time, you know, you need also a PC for it. And those don't come cheap. Now, bear in mind though that this is a first step. They call it beta as well. They're just starting to get to the consumer market. So, as it was the Quest 1 when it got released, there weren't many games over there. We have to expect the same for the Pico Neo 3 Link. Is a good offer for $449? Absolutely. The price is amazing. We have an arch strap, it's already comfy out of the box. We have a cable that can do DisplayPort to use it with the PC, and actually offering the 35% discount if you buy it for the next Pico headset release. What it's gonna be, we don't know yet, but that's a nice thing to do for people that entrusted you as a company. So let's answer the big question. Is this really the competitor we were looking for? Well, unfortunately, no. Not yet. It has a lot of features. It's absolutely amazing as a headset, and I will never stop to recommend it if the software and the store were actually there. But they are not. The games are more expensive, and that's something that they have to fix, and there are not enough games to give you a reason to jump in. I really hope they're gonna succeed though in this move to consumer market, because we really need competition, and Pico know what it's doing with their headset. They great headsets. They just need to figure out how to invest a bit better in software, and they're gonna be there. I'm rooting for you, little guy. But hey, that was all. This is my take on the Pico Neo 3 Link. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comment below. Are you scared about this ByteDance headset that, you know, is a bit Chinese at the end, or you don't care? Everything is better than Meta. Let me know in the comment below. And as always, if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more VR tech. If you really love the channel, the join button down there. Little further, also the Patreon. Thanks to all the patrons and who joined the channel, of course, for the support. And that's all. I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Oh, have a great Easter.